no matter how much money may be offered and how much economic growth could come from this pipeline, no sane person can go and be connected to the land and learn about all the great things that it can provide to us and want to destroy all that and sign it all away to something as crazy as a pipeline.
If people were to have any sort of connection to the land, they would definitely start to think more about climate change. When you're living on the land or connected to the land so deeply and having to rely on it so much, there's just all these different parts that you're worried about. Like, yeah, what if there is a wildfire and it starts to get too close and we don't have enough resources? Worrying about how you're going to get food. There's a lot of people who rely on going out on the territories and getting food. Like, I know my family does in the wintertime just to save money. Like, there's been a couple winters in my family where we never went to go buy meat at the grocery store because we had our freezers full from a good summer and fall of hunting. When you go out and you kind of get comfortable with hunting or fishing on the land, you see this big connection between everything. Like, some eagles can pick up fish carcasses and fly it all the way up into the middle of the woods and drop their bodies, and all the nutrients from that would kind of help trees grow or berries grow or something like that. Like, you would never think of it. And then it ties back into how important fish are for our ecosystem. If we were to lose that, it would just create this domino effect that we wouldn't even think of. Like, it's not as simple as just we can't fish anymore. It'll affect all aspects of life on the Lax'yip. One of the most obvious that I think a lot of people would see is just the weird weather changes that we're having. Like, earlier springs, it seems, later winters, really, really hot summers. But then if you go a little deeper into that, with how hot our summers are getting, the glaciers and the snow on the mountains are going away pretty quick, which then causes like bad floods in the springtime. But then throughout the summer, when it gets really, really hot and all that snow and the mountains have already melted, the rivers get really low to a point where a lot of certain things dry up. Certain channels do, where fish like to go and spawn. Some get stuck in those spots. Because of how hot it's getting, we won't have this steady melt of snow in the mountains and whatever coming into our rivers to, one, just keep our levels at a nice spot, like not too deep, not too shallow, but also that would kind of help regulate the temperature. But then we're losing all that in the spring, and then our rivers are going to start warming pretty bad to a point where it'll affect our fish pretty bad too. Just come see how we live and how crucial it is for us to protect our lands. Come into our area, come on our Lax'yip and look at what they're going to destroy.